Okay, now I'm live for real. And excuse me, before I get ahead of myself again. Now I'm live for real. Okay, what is going on today, guys? I hope everybody's day's doing good. And in case you didn't get that post that I posted on the community tab of my channel, my laptop was in for repairs and I finally got it back. And I did test out the game. I did test out the screen share thing, and everything seemed to be working fine. Welcome, Bentley. I did test everything out and everything seems to be working fine now, and yeah. So, welcome to, as you can tell by the title, driving the CP Royal Hudson 2860 over Kicking Horse Pass. We will be seeing the west side in the first episode. That being said, we were going to be going from Field, British Columbia to Lake Louise, Alberta. So this is the first run. This is the first run of the season. I was supposed to start this up last week, but ran into technical issues, and then the screen was damaged on my laptop. I had to take it in for repairs, and it got delayed, and yeah, oh well. Shit happens all the time, and you can't control it. Congrats on 900 subs. Thank you, Bentley. Feels good to be at 900 subscribers, and yeah, and I appreciate all those people that gave me 900 subscribers, and yeah, 1,000 subs. I'm not too sure when we'll be getting to 1,000 subscribers, and excuse me. Get this going. There we go. So yeah, I think you can. Let's say I'll get to 1,000 subs by, I don't know, say this summer, for example. I have absolutely no idea when. It's sometimes it's just hard to say. Yeah. Missing breaks, and yeah. This is the first run of the season, and open rails excursion runs, and yeah. On this April 30th, 2025. Okay, I'm watching the thing from my phone also, and now I am watching the thing from my phone, and everything's working fine. Let's go. Going so far? My day's going good, Bentley. Thanks for asking. And I hope your day's doing good. So, yeah. So, here we are at Field, British Columbia. The Laggan subdivision, which is also part of the mountain subdivision. It's safe to say, Field, British Columbia still is a division point between the mountain subdivision and the Laggan subdivision. Yeah. You're a rail fan today? Okay, nice, Bentley. Did you see any trains yet today, Bentley? Behind on the excursion runs, but oh well. We'll just see how this all goes. I'm not sure what runs I'll be able to fit in. I'm not sure what runs I'll be able to fit into the season, but oh well. We'll just see how it all goes, and yeah. 60 east. Your signal leaving field. Oh, you did see some trains? How many trains did you catch today so far, Mary? Welcome to the stream. I hope your day's doing good. But I think I'm gonna wait until the stream's done and then call you. But you can stay on and watch if you want. Yeah, we are speeding through here because we're making a run for the big hill. Look at me go. Starting up the grade on Kicking Horse Pass. Here she goes. We got 6 people watching so far. Let's go. Did you see any trains today yet, Eric? Hudson is now has just departed field, and we are now climbing Kicking Horse Pass. Oh, you seen a few trains off your rail cam, Eric? That's better than no trains at all, that's for sure. Speed's dropping, but we're at a decent pace. Welcome to the stream. Angel Blood. I hope your day is doing good. Look what I'm driving. Take a look at what I'm driving here. Look at that. It's the Royal Hudson number 2860 over Kicking Horse Pass. Beauty, isn't she? And also, part of me getting my computer fixed. With getting my computer fixed, I have picked me up a hard drive, an external hard drive, and it's this thing right here. See that? External hard drive to back up everything, all my files on my computer, including from like my edited videos, like the edited videos that I did work on with the software editor from the computer downstairs. I backed them up I already backed those up into my hard drive. And those edited videos that are my intros and outros, I already backed those up into my external hard drive, and there's other stuff that I'm still yet to back up. I would have done that sooner, but I figured that I'm better off. I think I'm better off doing that after the stream, sometime after the streaming. Yeah. Those edited videos that are my intros and outros, I already backed those up into my external hard drive. I'm just checking to see if I could hear myself just fine. I think the volume on my headphones, like the microphone volume on my headphones, sounds, it's not louder, but it's just about right. It's close enough. Not too loud, not too quiet. I'd say it's perfect. I'd say it's just about right. And yeah. Look at this, Royal Hudson heading through Mount Stephen. Look at that, isn't that something? Just climbing Kicking Horse Pass right now. When will I be on StreamYards again, Bentley? I'm not sure when, but I'm not using it for gaming. I'm going to use it for when I'm doing reaction videos. One, because of the lag, and two, whenever when I'm gaming, specifically on the computer, it would be hard for me to hear you guys. Although I could do StreamYards while I live stream. Or no, I can't do that. It's because you're not able to see my face when I'm streaming on StreamYards. So I'm only going to be using StreamYards for when I'm doing live reaction videos on here, doing reaction video streams on here, and yeah, I'm only going to use it for when I'm doing reaction video streams. I'm not sure when that'll be, but oh, I pronounced your name wrong? Oh, damn it. Fuck. Well, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so terrible at pronouncing certain words or names. It should not happen to me. But it does. There's nothing I can't even control it, unfortunately. I know your original name. Nah, never mind. I think you had my resume. Never mind. Choke if I'm right, I don't know. That's my first guess. Or is it? I hit my cart. everything seems to be going quite well as I play this game and drive this eastbound excursion run up the grade on Kicking Horse Pass. Especially if the speed limit is 20. Deserve 1K? Yeah, I sure do deserve 1K, Bentley, and yeah. Yeah, can't wait to get to 1,000 subs, man. There's something to look forward to. I honestly did not think me getting to 1,000 subs would be coming that sooner, to tell you the truth. And yeah, considering I was doing YouTube for 7 years now, and yeah. Right up the grade. And my channel's now at 901 subscribers. And yeah. Heading into the lower spiral tunnel. Heading to the spiral tunnels now. there's the Royal Hudson emerging from above in the lower spiral tunnel, and yeah. Now we get a passenger view. I'm rewarding you guys with a passenger view in the train, and yeah, as it roars eastward up the grade on Kicking Horse Pass, we are just enjoying our time, and yeah. Sneak up, there we go. Fudge. And there's down there, and yeah. And you're now approaching Yoho National Park, and yeah. Let's get the Empress going through the upper spiral tunnel, since we are now at the upper spiral tunnel. Yeah. So we're gonna watch it. We get to see it from this view first, and then we get to see it go by us from on top. So, yeah. 6 lakes. I now have 6 lakes on the stream. Isn't that something? right over there is when a 2-point grade starts, 2.2% grade starts. You've seen him in videos before. So, hope your day's doing good, and welcome to the stream, and yeah. And also welcome to the first half of the open rails excursion runs. Yeah. You get to see a steam locomotive, a Canadian steam locomotive, come out of the tunnel right here. Look at that. Okay, so for the first run of the season, we are driving the Royal Hudson 2860 over Kicking Horse Pass. As you can see, I have already emerged. Yeah, my day's going not too bad. I'd say it's going not too bad. I think that's how I word it. And yeah. And today, excuse me. I worked out, I did some chores, had a workout, now I'm live on YouTube, and yeah. First run, it's safe to say for the first run of the season, I'm driving the Royal Hudson over open rails. Absolute cinema. It is absolute cinema. You sure are right on that one there, Matthew. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, throttle up. Give it some more power since we are back on a 2% grade. Okay, here we go. Alright, so we are now throttled up as we continue further east on the 2.1% grade of Kicking Horse as we leave the spiral tunnels behind, heading for Wapta Lake now. Yeah. The shirt that I'm wearing. I'm not sure if you can see the shirt, but that's the shirt that I'm wearing for the first run of the season. And of course, what was I going to say? I forgot. What else? And this steam locomotive, the 2816, is the same steam locomotive classification as the 2860. Yeah. Let's do a run by as it continues through Partridge. Almost 25 on the Laggan sub, but yeah. We are now passing through Partridge as we leave the tunnels behind and venture towards Wapta Lake, located at Hector in the Laggan subdivision, and yeah. Regulator at 75%. There's the tracks to the lower spiral tunnel right there. Not sure if you guys can see it, but in that direction to where I have the arrow is where the tracks to the lower spiral tunnel is, and yeah. ride it right along with it while presenting it with this view. Yeah. Who are on here still, how do you like my new profile picture? Because I think the profile picture is awesome. CN2521 that I had last weekend when I was with a friend. Yeah. Majestic runway view. Let's get it over here, shall we? There we go. Look at that. There's the Royal Hudson is now heading through, passing Wapta Lake on the Laggan subdivision. Yeah. As it continues further east through the route, and yeah. Yeah. A spare key? Toothbrush? I don't think so. Yeah. is no diesel helpers, but I do have a method in slowing it down. I put the reverser of the steam locomotive in reverse, and I throttle it up, and it helps slow the train down, or keep the speed restricted as I continue down the grade. Throttle it off, I can turn it off, put it back to forward position. The lake, and we are now headed for this grade crossing that's down the tracks from the lake. That's 15 miles, so I think it's 15 miles down from the lake, and yeah. There she goes, continuing further east. Okay, start throttling it back now. Okay, 30%. Okay. See, we don't want to be going too fast, especially if we're going through elevated curves. Yeah. get another passenger view of the train as it rounds the bend heading towards Stephen, British Columbia, which is the summit of Kicking Horse Pass. And then once we pass Stephen and reach the summit, the rest of the route is now going to be all downhill through the Continental Divide and through the Bow River Valley all the way to Calgary. Yeah. British Columbia, which is the summit of Kicking Horse Pass. And we are coming to the end of the climb. We're going to start downhill. Welcome to the stream, the Anberdale Railfan. Welcome to the stream, the Anberdale Railfan. I hope your day's doing good. I can also see that you just subscribed to me, so welcome aboard to my YouTube channel. My YouTube was being slow for some odd reason. 906, you're my 906 subscriber, so welcome. And I appreciate the sub. Start throttling back since we are now getting to the summit of Kicking Horse Pass. Okay, as we leave the summit behind and leave Stephen behind, of course, we are now starting downhill. Reverser to backwards, which will help slow the train as we continue eastward through the routes downhill through the Continental Divide to Lake Louise, Alberta. That being said, is our first stop. Yeah. We are now entering Divides, the Alberta-British Columbia border. Gotta love Alberta. Let me check out your channel. Oh yeah, you got 39 subscribers, and there we go. I just subscribed to your channel. I just gave you a sub back. Yeah. We are starting further east down the Continental Divide. 6 people are watching my stream now. This is crazy. Maybe if more than 6, 8, or maybe 10, if I get to 10, maybe I'll keep the stream going for a little while longer if there's a good chance. And yeah. I might keep it going a bit longer if there's a good chance, and yeah. I may keep it going until 7:30 if there's a good chance, and yeah. I'll just see how I feel once we get to our first stop, and yeah. We're just cruising our way eastward through the Continental Divide, going downhill. It's only 6:50, so I've done longer streams before, so maybe I should keep it going a little bit longer. Sound like a good person? Yeah, I am a really good person. Like I said, I do appreciate you subscribing to my channel. So like I said, welcome aboard to my railfan channel. Although it's mainly about railfanning, that's what it's about, railfanning, and I do other things like model trains, guitar videos, aircraft, and boat watching, and yeah. Too, man. Like I said, it's great to see you on here. Yeah. A little back slightly. train simulator game this is. This train simulator is called Open Rails. We're to slow it as we continue eastward down the Continental Divide. Yeah. Once we stop at Lake Louise, I'm gonna grab me a drink of water. Like, my water bottle's right behind me. I don't know if there's already water in it. However, if there isn't, I'd have to get some water from the water jug and then come back and I'd have to go get some water. And, We're now approaching Lake Louise. As we approach Lake Louise, I'm going to start slowing it completely down. Don't have to throttle it up too high because we're sort of uphill, and that's helping us slow as we approach our first stop on the route. As you can see, that's helping us slow down. Stop is Lake Louise, Alberta. First stop is Lake Louise, Alberta. This is our first stop in Lake Louise, Alberta. That was the sound of the reverser, in case you guys were confused, and yeah. Since we are at Lake Louise, Alberta, excuse me, I'm gonna grab me a drink of water and come right back as the train sits at its first stop, and yeah. Anyways, I will be right back. Okay, I'm still in my room, guys, and it's 7 o'clock now, so I'm gonna give it a half an hour. So we are gonna try continuing from Lake Louise, continuing the journey from Lake Louise, Alberta, and heading for Banff, Alberta. So, gonna wait for another, I don't know how long, but yeah. Excuse me, I can't make up my mind. This is our first stop, Lake Louise, Alberta. I still kind of think it's early to end the live stream, to tell you the truth. I'm just used to doing longer live streams, so I honestly think I should keep it going longer. I'm not sure what you guys think, but it still is a bit early, so I think I'm going to keep it going for a little while longer, and yeah, until we get to Banff, or however long it takes, and yeah. So you know what, screw it, or fuck it. So fuck it. And I didn't get a chance to explain the train. So the train is running single unit with the Royal Hudson leading it. So with a boxcar, or the tool car, a boxcar that's known as the tool car, to what we're calling the tool car, which is located up front. Baggage car, coaches, snack bar car, and another few more coaches, completed with a lounging car right at the back, which is right up here, and yeah, there you guys go. And that's being said as a total of, let me count the cars on it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. That's a total of 8 cars on this train, and yeah. Yeah, 8 likes on the stream. Holy shit. Nice catch. Nice catch, Batman. Okay, that was our first stop in Lake Louise, Alberta. Start slowly releasing the brake now. Reverser's already in forward, and within a minute we will be departing for our next stop to the east in Banff, Alberta. We are at Lake Louise, and we are going to be departing for Lake Louise, Alberta, or Banff, Alberta, to the east, and yeah. I'm not sure how long it'll be, but oh well. Once we get to our next stop at Banff, I will wrap the live up and continue it sometime next week, and yeah. Let's start it up. Clear signal, leaving Lake Louise, Alberta. Lake Louise, which was originally known as Laggan, and then it got renamed then it was renamed to Lake Louise sometime, but I can't remember what year, but can I I comment on your new video, Bentley? Yes, I can do that. Yeah, I will watch the video and comment on it as soon as I'm done watching the stream. Yeah. The west side of Kickin' Horse Pass behind and heading towards the east side of the route, and yeah. And then throttle it up in order to help slow the train. Throttle it back up to help slow the train with the reverser in backwards. And yeah. Right now we're in a reverse, not or in idle or throttled down. And yeah. Get a chance to go for the crossing because I didn't see it until the last minute. Oh well. As we continue eastward on the routes. To the stream, Tyler. I hope your day's doing good. I was gonna end it as I was debating whether to end it at either, excuse me, once I get to my first stop, but decided to keep it going for a little while longer because I started getting more people joining in, and now I got 8 likes. Now I got 8 likes because of the amount of likes and people that are coming in. I decided to keep it going for a little while longer, and yeah. How am I doing today, Tyler? I'm doing great. Like, I'm not too bad, but I think I'm doing great now since I'm live. Like, I did chores around the house, worked out, and now I'm live streaming. Yeah. Wow, I got 4 people on here. I think that's a total of 12 people that came on here so far, and yeah. Like, that's if I'm doing the math correctly, because I'm still not that good at math, but I'm slowly catching on with math, and yeah, but that's a normal thing. Not too many people are good at math, and yeah. Like, I'm good at counting change in math and telling time with math, and yeah, so I guess you could say I'm catching on with math, and yeah. How's your day going, Tyler? Is your day doing good? Okay, we just passed Morant's Curve. Forgot to blow the whistle and ring the bell as I passed Morant's Curve. That's okay. Can't blow at every interesting location, and yeah. At least I move for the crossings. Yeah. Timetable for the route up on my phone here to help me keep track of the distances. Alden, almost 106. showing milepost 105.7. That's as real as it gets. It is milepost 106.3 on the Laggan sub. Yeah. You have to go now, Tyler? Alright, Tyler. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good one. Back and forward and giving it some power as it continues eastward through the roots. Speed limit is clearly 50. Castle Mountain on 99. We still got another 3 more miles. It's only 3 miles away. Castle Mountain is only 3 miles away from here. Where we're at. Yeah. That's what I meant to say. another location at the same, another robot at the same location, located just down the tracks to where we're at. I now have 9 likes on the stream. Let's go. 40 miles per hour due to the elevated curves and I'm gonna keep it in idle. Should be just around the corner. 45. We are now at 45. Massive. We're at 45 mile an hour speed limit. Slip a bit of power. As we pass through massive, and yeah, that's, if I'm doing the math correctly, that's like 20 miles away from 20, that's another 20 miles away from Banff, so we got 20 more miles to go from here to Banff. Like if I'm doing the math correctly, we're about to pass Milepost 91.9. Banff is like mile 81.9 on that Laggan sub, so if I'm doing the math correctly, you can always correct me if I'm wrong. I'm like 20 miles away from Banff. I'm just guessing, 20 miles away from Banff, just like I said correctly, 20 miles away from Banff. Gave it some power so that I could go full throttle. Or gave it some power so that we could do a decent speed limit. the train that I am driving right now, because check it out. Holy shit, I got 10 likes. Let's go. Huh. This is crazy. I now have 10 likes. I think a total of 15 people have tuned in now. Yeah. Holy Hannah. This is crazy. As I'm now at 906 subscribers. Where am I going? I'm driving over the Laggan, the CPKC or CP Laggan subdivision to all the way to, I would say Calgary, but to Oztag, because the full routes, this doesn't show the full route, unfortunately. If only MLT would update this route and have it run all the way from Calgary to Field, British Columbia, that would be awesome. So I'd say I'm cruising to my next stop, which is in Banff, Alberta. Yeah. Glad you love the train there, Jacob. Welcome aboard, by the way. To the stream and yeah. Almost 89.9. We're now 8 miles away from Banff. Let me open this up so I can get some. The only reason why I closed the drapes is because the sun was right in my eyes, making it hard to see. Yeah. Can I blast the whistle? Sure. Let me watch the speed limits. Just blast the whistle for you. How do you like it? You like the whistle? I'm glad you like it. I think it sounds awesome also. Yeah. And you like the steam also, Jacob? Right on. Thank you. Chasing sequence here. Okay, follow back again. Look at this. Now this is a good location here. Go. navigable river. You make me want to drive train now. Drive the train now. Yeah. Maybe I should hand the controls over to you right now. My favorite train, like my favorite type of locomotive, let me tell you my favorite type of locomotive. Like, I can't really pick between the two, but steam locomotives I do like, and diesel locomotives I like also, and electric trains, I'm not much into electric trains, just so you know. I tried getting into them, like back in my childhood, I tried getting into them at least a few times, like British Rail. I tried getting into British Rail a few times, but it never actually appealed to me, so, oh well. That's a normal thing. You try to give something a whirl, and once you see that you're not much into it, oh well, that's cool. Once you see you're not much into it, oh well. That's just you. I train 382. Interesting. Let me look it up to see what it looks like. Actually a really nice steam locomotive. That looks really cool. Really cool. Illinois Central Railroad. 382. Now that is awesome. I wonder if I can download this to the game once I'm done here. Casey Jones drove that train, never needs. I had no idea Casey Jones drove that. Although I did hear in Johnny Cash's song when he sang about the story, something about that he worked for the IC Railroad, but I'm not too sure if I heard that Casey Jones drove that steam locomotive, and yeah. So safe to say all I remember from the story and the song that Johnny Cash sang about that song is that he worked for the IC Railroad, and yeah. But that's okay. And when I listen to it again, I'll remember. Yeah. closer to Banff now. Unless we still... Oh yeah, it's just around that corner and then another corner and then we're getting close, then we're at Banff. We are getting closer to Banff, Alberta. Not too far away from Banff. Should be there in like 9 minutes at the latest. And I think my favorite steam locomotive is the SP Daylight 4449 steam locomotive. And yeah, that's my favorite steam engine. Videos also? Nice. You like the Daylight locomotive also? Right on. That was... I first discovered that steam locomotive when I was 8 years old. And that was my favorite steam locomotive. Yeah. Even though the first steam locomotive I was introduced to was the CP2816 growing up. Yeah. Oh, the Sherry 131 steam locomotive from Back to the Future? Oh yeah. I've seen what that locomotive looks like before. That's another cool looking steam locomotive, and yeah. Has a nice whistle and a nice bell. And it has the same, and not to mention it also has the same whistle as OC, or formerly OC 1293, which was originally known as CP, or still is somewhat preferred as CP 1293. Yeah, it was built for Canadian Pacific, Montreal Locomotive Works. Can't remember what year, but oh well. We are now approaching Banff, Alberta. This whistle sounds like Polar Express. Is this the one that you're talking about? We're now arriving in Banff, stop is Banff, Alberta. Here we are in Banff. Okay, this is our next stop, and since we have arrived in Banff, I'm going to save it right here, and I will come back to it another time, and say sometime next week, I think. I'm not sure when I will do it, when I'll be picking up on this again, and we're talking about Sherry 131. Oh yeah, it kind of does sound like the Polar Express slightly, but I think it sounds more like OC 1293. Yeah. Anyways, that was the first episode of 2816 over the Laggan subdivision and Kickin' Horse Pass. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I also hope you guys have enjoyed watching this stream. Big thank you all who came out and watched and chatted with me while I was live, and yeah, be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, turn notifications on, whatever one you can if you're interested, and if you're new here, welcome aboard, and yeah. But yeah, I will also see you guys in my other videos and other streams to come.